So I'm back at the university courts and you can see Yong Ping in yellow. He's behind me. I'm doing training with him today. Watching Yong Ping train and training with him made me think about different kinds of badminton coaches and their different training styles. So I wanted to say what I've noticed about that and what I like and what I don't like. Yong Ping is a slow and steady coach. He does things very methodical and he keeps the shuttles moving at your pace, at the pace that you can comfortably do it again and again and again. And he doesn't do it too fast, but not too slow where you have a lot of time. He does it at what he feels like is the pace that you can comfortably and kind of very standard, very, very standard style. Meanwhile, my coach, who you can see back there, training a little kid right now, he does the opposite. He keeps it just a little faster than you're comfortable with, so you don't have time to get back in the standard position. You kind of have to hustle, and if you're a little slow, then you got to hustle more and more and more, and it feels very chaotic and very fast and very quick, and you don't have time to catch your breath. And he just keeps them coming, even when you're out of rhythm. He just keeps them coming. Also, if you're doing something like a return of serve and you're practicing the short serve, he'll just throw in a flick serve every now and then. And it makes me really mad because I'm already anticipating the short serve and I'm already moving forward, so I can't get the back serve. And I'm always hey, we're not practicing the back of the court, we're practicing the front of the court. And he goes, yeah, but we're practicing return of serve and you have to be prepared at all times to get it wherever it goes. So if you can't get it at the back, you're not training correctly. And it's frustrating, but of course he is right. These guys aren't really training very hard, so my coach is going very easy on them. The other thing I really like about Yong Ping is he has had to work really hard to be good at badminton. Of course, everybody works very hard, but Yong Ping's had to work hard intellectually. He's not a natural, so he's really had to study it in an academic sort of way. My coach is also as natural as you can be, his body is perfect for badminton, and he really became top player just by playing a lot. He approaches it not so academically. He's really focuses on your body and keeping your body moving and keeping your body in the right position all the time. He's also kind of been the best since the beginning. He hasn't had a lot of experience with losing and disappointment. So his pep talks always come from a place of strength where he's you are the best, know it and act like it. So he has a harder time dealing with or understanding disappointment because he just hasn't experienced it much in his life. Yong Ping also had to work really hard to get where he's at. For instance, he was on my coach's team, and several years ago they were the top team in Xiamen. They broke up a couple years ago, but Yong Ping trained with them for 3 years. Every week he went for 3 years before they accepted him and allowed him to be part of the group. And I really like that determination. Because of that, he really knows how to deal with disappointment and unmet expectations because it was hard for him to continue at it for such a long time. So I really admire that about him. So ultimately, I am very lucky that I have these two guys to coach me. Even though their styles are so different, I can totally learn from them. I'm also really grateful to have not just these two, but I've had other coaches. I've had many, many coaches over the past 3 years. Of course, my coach is, my master, my shifu, I call him. But I'm really lucky to have all these guys help me. And there's one funny thing about coaches. Coaches are the most judgmental people about other coaches. And I will say that every coach has kind of judged the other coach harshly at times and saying, oh, your other coach didn't teach you that, or oh, your other coach taught you that poorly. And so sometimes I am kind of stuck in the middle of coaches telling me that the other coach is wrong. But ultimately, my coach is my coach. So I will listen to him above all. I do, even though his technique is very frustrating to me, I do feel like it takes me longer to learn, but when I learn it better. I learn it stronger. But, I am so grateful to both my coach and to Yong Ping for helping me, and even though it takes me longer than most people, I keep at it. So what about you? What kind of coach do you have? What kind of coach do you like? Have you tried different coaches? I'm very lucky that my coach I found right from the beginning, and I like to style right from the start. But I know other people have different experience. So tell me about your coach and if you've ever hired a coach and what you think. And please like and subscribe this video. Okay, bye. Back to playing.